Alright, well, welcome to the Unsportsmen videos. And we do apologise for the state of the way we look.
Yes.
We can't help that, unfortunately.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, so in these videos, there'll just be quick sound bites on, any sort of topics. We'll sort of try and keep them close together. So we might do one on soccer, we might do one on the UFC, one on the AFL, depending on what comes up. We'll just, we'll jump right into it. Aston Villa. Question keeps coming up is, are they the worst team in Premier League history? Since the Premier League came in?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Well, what are they on? How many points now? After like
15?
Well, he's going to have a look. I'm just going to say their team is just deplorable at the moment. I don't think they're not playing for the coach or for the club, these players.
Well, the club's been in this shit for a while.
It definitely has been.
So, they... You know it's bad when arguably 6 of the guys who are underperforming could walk into most teams. Most, middle of the table teams.
Well, I find it... Well, how many points?
16.
16 points.
They're 3 wins, 7 draws, 20 losses.
So those are 30 games they've played?
Yep.
16 points. So
Yep.
they're not even averaging like a point a game.
No.
Less than that. Like that's just ridiculous. I think that's just not EPL standard at all. Nowhere near it.
Well, Newcastle and Norwich are a little bit better, but still. They're...
But not 16 points.
They're just not playing, with any urgency.
No, I agree.
There's no willingness to run either way for the ball. There's no willingness to be brave with the ball, and they're sort of just there.
Yeah, I think just some of them they're just there on the pitch. They don't do anything. Like I don't know what you could say about them.
Well, if they don't make any changes, they get relegated next year.
Yeah,
they will go down to the League One.
It's not very good.
And for a team like that, they'll be like Wigan, Bolton, and...
I feel like because they get paid a lot. I feel like some of them are just there for the money.
Yeah.
Maybe. I reckon most of them might be there. Like most of their senior players are probably there for the money, but
probably will jump ship at the end of the
so
season.
Maybe try some youngsters. They've got to try something different.
Yeah,
they have to.
Most of the youngsters will leave anyway. They've got a few, like Grealish is pretty good, but he'll leave.
Yeah, I think so. Well, he's not even playing. I thought at the start of the season he was.
Yeah, I know, but then he got hammered in Magaluf and he got big time.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Now, something else we want to just jump into, and we alluded to it in a podcast from earlier. Leicester.
Oh, what a Cinderella story that is.
Well, but the question remains, what happens next?
Yeah, what does happen next if they win the title?
If they win the title, if they come second, it's Champions League football. But
can they hold themselves in the Champions League?
Well, I don't think it matters because there's teams that are going to the Champions League and just bum out, straight away.
Yeah.
But if they do get in, if they don't have a ridiculous slide down to 5th, what happens? Because do they then become this marquee club that people want to go to? Do they become, part of the big 5? Now it's the big 6.
Yeah, that is an interesting question.
Because Moneyball can only go so far, which is something I'll throw up on a blog post sometime next week.
But you got to think about it. A lot of people all the world class players. They want to play Champions League, so
at some point
there will be some interest from some of these players for Leicester.
Yeah, they'll obviously they'll come into a ton of bank.
Yes,
they'll huge, and there'll be some interest for playing Champions League. But at what point does that novelty wear off? It's like, and I harp on about Liverpool because I hate them, but it's like going there, playing Champions League football, and then realising for the next 4 years you're 6th, which is what's happening. So what happens to Leicester in that standard? Because that's happened to Tottenham quite a bit, but I don't think Tottenham's going to be like that for a little while.
Unfortunately for Leicester, if that happens, they'll go back to where they were probably last season.
It's like a Southampton thing.
Yeah, they'll probably go back.
It's like a novelty that wears off, and then they'll stay around for a while. So
yeah, not like that. Wouldn't be that big club like a Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, all them. They're not going to be like that.
Yeah,
but they'll be in Champions League next season. They'll be able to seek players that might want to come to their club that are probably a bit high above their standards, probably from last season, if it was. But now this year,
I think what they'll get is a lot of free agents, a lot of people with 18 months left on the contract, who want to leave. Clubs are willing to sell, and then they'll sell to get a price on them.
Yes, definitely.
You'll get a lot of that. A bit like the Mark Albrighton deal. He came in on the cheap, but now the way he's played, they could sell him for 15 million.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and finally, and much to my disgust, what the hell has happened to Manchester United?
Well, as a Liverpool supporter, I could say a lot of things, a lot of bad things, but I'll go into my sportsman thinking here. I think it's just the way Van Gaal wants him to play at times. He's just very defensive. Very defensive for a team like Manchester United, who you've seen over the seasons before, and they're very attacking prone. You've got those great strikers, or the midfielders.
Their attacking is always been their strongest.
That's why they've won titles the past 10, 20 years. Their attacking power. But they don't have that somehow.
It's one of those weird things. Van Gaal is one of those Dutch managers who values patience on the ball rather than creativity.
Yeah.
Because Frank de Boer with Ajax, creativity. He's granted at Ajax it's just a breeding ground for young success, but from their centre midfielders to their attackers, all of them can score goals, and all of them are willing to score goals. You look at Manchester United, they've got Schweinsteiger, Carrick, Herrera,
and
Schneiderlin.
They've got a lot of defensive.
Lingard.
They've got a lot of defensive players.
Well, I mean,
not
even
Lingard, but
even you look at Schweinsteiger, Schneiderlin, Carrick, and Herrera, defensive minded, but all able to play forward.
They're able to, but
then you've got Juan Mata, Depay, who just, whatever. Lingard, Rashford now, Martial, Rooney. You've got these guys who need the ball, and you've seen but you've seen when Martial came in, they got him the ball quickly, he scored goals. Rashford came in, they got him the ball quickly, he scored goals. Mata, when he has been in that mindset, he scored goals. So it's almost like you need a 180 where it's we value the ball, but we value going forward more. And it's something Paul Scholes actually said after the Liverpool game. What the hell happened? You used to go to Old Trafford and fear that they would run all day, that they would play great diagonal balls across field and stretch you, play both sides of the ball.
It was literally non-existent in that Europa League game.
Oh, it was terrible. They've just gone a complete 180 from what they are, and even spending the 300 million they have over the last 3 years, realistically, they could have bought 2 world-class centre defenders, bought Luke Shaw like they did, Damian like they did. So you've got your expensive shoring up of defence, and if they bought another striker, so if they bought those 4 guys and Martial, you're looking at 120 million over 2 years, which a big club occasionally does when there's a few guys going out. Suddenly the image of what they've done doesn't seem so bad. 300 million in 3 years to be 6th, or whatever they are. What are they, 5th? Well, they're 6th behind West Ham. So, West Ham are playing out of their skin. But, suddenly if you spend half that amount of money, and you bought Luke Shaw, who's 19, Damian, who's early 20s, cut the world-class centre defenders, and a 19-year-old striker, there's still the expectation, but it doesn't really read as bad as what it's paying.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I think that the bottom line is the biggest thing that's happened in Manchester United is the mindset's just taking a complete 180.
So what do they do for the remaining games? So they basically...
I have no idea. I think as long as they don't slip any lower than... What are they now? They're in 47 points, sitting 6th. They're 2 behind West Ham, and they're 3 in front of Southampton. So if we don't go any lower than 6th, I'd be happy. I'm still annoyed, but I'd be happy. And then from there, I'd like to see. I mean, strong word is Mourinho coming in, but I'd like to see either Laurent Blanc from PSG,
Yeah.
Diego Simeone
There are rumours about him.
a while ago,
Yeah.
or Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah, that was also another name that's been
That's come up.
into
So.
the.
I think if one of those three can come in, I mean obviously you've got Mourinho. If one of those three guys can come in, I think that mindset will change again.
Yeah, definitely.
And you will see an improvement, whether it's back to winning the title or if it's sitting in third and doing what Arsenal do every season.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a marked improvement. So
hopefully Manchester United go a bit further, bit better than sixth spot. But that will do it for the video. So
yeah,
good discussion there between us.
Yeah, and so hopefully these will be a regular thing. So cheers.
Yeah, so stay tuned for all that. Have a look at our blogs. We'll have it in the link, all that stuff. So yeah, see you guys later.